Hello everybody, my name is Chris, you're watching Park Pass. Today's video is going to be completely controversial. It's crazy, it's insane. So before we get to it though, I just want to say this. Would you mind hitting that subscribe button? Go ahead and hit it. When you go down there, it's going to change colors, and for whatever reason on our channel, when you hit the subscribe button, it changes colors. And a lot of people say it's going orange, some says they got red, some people said they got like sparks go around it. I don't know what's going on, but hit that subscribe button and tell me what color the subscribe button changes to when you click it. I'm excited to hear about that. Now, today's video is going to be very controversial, and I'm going to be talking a lot about AI, and I think a lot of people have opinions on AI. Keep in mind, opinions are just that, they're opinions, they're not facts. And as somebody to have an opinion doesn't mean they even have to have research it. They can just develop an opinion by hearing something else. You can put your opinions down below, how you feel about what I'm going to be discussing in this video. I have no problems with that. What I do have a problem with is if somebody has an opinion that's different than your opinion and you start name calling each other, that I will not tolerate that. We don't need that. I don't want that negativity. You can have different opinions from somebody else and you still can be friends. So if somebody starts doing that, I'm just going to block him and not have him be a part of this. Whew. All right, let's get into this. Yesterday, I was shocked to hear Disney is going to allow AI to use their characters. That's right, Disney will allow AI to use their characters. And what does that mean? So there's like an app called Sora, S-O-R-A, and you've probably seen videos where people create these really crazy things with, happening. Some of them are so good you might not even know it's AI created. And now Disney's going to allow you, if you're using Sora, to go in and you can now be dancing with Darth Vader. You can be hanging out with Star-Lord from Marvel. I can hang out with Deadpool, Snow White, and I can be dancing. And so this is Disney's like, we're going to allow this to happen. It's really weird. And I'm going to give you all the information so you can come up with your own opinion. Disney invests. When I first heard about this, I thought that the OpenAI that had bought the rights from Disney and say, hey, can we use your characters in our platform? No, it's not that at all. Disney did a $1 billion investment in OpenAI. It's called an equity investment. Really what that means is they're buying a bunch of stock in this company, OpenAI. And for 3 years, they're going to allow this company to use their intellectual rights on Sora and ChatGPT. In ChatGPT, you can create photos of using these certain Disney characters. And on Sora, you can create videos with these Disney characters. I'm going to get into that more in just a moment because this is just crazy. At the same time, yesterday, when Disney announced this deal, Disney also put a cease and desist letter to Google saying you cannot use our stuff. You can't use this. They went out yesterday to Google. They're threatening legislation, not legislation. They're threatening like a litigation against Google for letting people use Disney's intellectual properties on their AI. There's another AI company called Midjourney, and Disney is suing Midjourney saying you can't be using our intellectual property. And they put that lawsuit kind of went in a couple months ago. So a lot of people thought that Disney was really against AI, people using AI. Here's what's happening is Disney now is firmly entrenched in, hey, AI is good. And I'm explaining to you why that's a big deal to Hollywood. And then also Bob Iger says, hey, we're going to put some safeguards and guardrails on what people can do with our characters. I mean, so for example, can I be like hanging out with Aurora? Can we be on a date? Can I put my arm around her? Can we be like making out? What's going on? This is a crazy stuff that's going on. And Bob Iger says, hey, we're going to put these safeguards in so that you can't misuse our characters. Big deal. Now, here's what's going on in Hollywood. Hollywood's like, we do not want people don't want their likenesses being used. They don't want this. And people thought that Disney was kind of like in that camp saying, hey, we're going to protect that. But now Disney's kind of swung the other way and says, yes, now people can use our characters. And Hollywood's kind of upset by this. But Bob Iger says they're not allowed. You can't use their voices and you can't see their faces for a lot of characters. So let's use Chris Pratt as an example. I can't create an AI video with me and Chris Pratt using his voice, but I could create a video of me and Star-Lord with his face mask on. That's okay because Disney owns that character. I can do that with Deadpool, but I can't do Ryan Reynolds. I can do it with Darth Vader. That's perfectly fine. I can do it with like a car, Lightning McQueen, Pixar characters. The problem that people are upset by this is like the creators of these characters, they're not getting any new revenue for me creating videos with their characters. Now I want to show you how good AI has gotten. This blew my mind. I was not really familiar with the Sora app, and I downloaded it yesterday. And the whole purpose of downloading this is because I wanted to do a little educational thing on AI. I wanted to create a video so absurd everybody would know it's AI. I wanted to create a video of a baby climbing up a mountain of spaghetti. So I logged in and I created that video of a baby climbing up mountain spaghetti. Can you see that right there? Can you see that video? That's AI. Obviously, everybody can tell that's AI because you'll never have a toddler climbing a mountain of spaghetti. Here's where it gets really weird. When I downloaded this app, it asked me to look at the camera, and then asked me to like turn to the right, and then it asked me to look down, and then it asked me to read some numbers. I thought it was doing this for safety. I didn't know. So I did that. I was completely naive. So I get on, I log in Sora, I did all that. I'm getting ready to create this video of a baby climbing a mountain made of spaghetti. And guess what? Sora comes along and says, hey, we created your first video for you. And guess what this video was? This video was a video of me, Chris Provost, in a recording studio rapping into a microphone about how awesome Sora is. I'm going to show you this video right now. And I want you to understand this video is AI generated. It was not me. I've never been in a recording studio. I can't rap. This is all AI. Check this out.
Mic check, lights low, vibe set in the booth, let's go. I open up Sora, let the beat roll. Words turn to pictures while the cursor glows. Tap, generate, boom, see the scene bloom. Camera moves smooth like it.
That's AI. Now, I'm going to show you off the side here. Again, that's not me. That's a computer-generated version of me. So what Disney's now going to do, this is their whole plan, is they're going to allow me or you or anybody that has the Sora app to create videos, lifelike videos of me like with Darth Vader. Then their plan is I can take those videos, and they haven't quite announced how they're going to do this yet. I will be able to upload these videos on Disney Plus. And then I can see everybody else's videos of what they've created on Sora with their AI characters. I can see me dancing around with like Mickey Mouse, or you see my wife Amanda hanging out with Aurora or whatever. And so there's going to be a channel on Disney Plus where people create content using Disney's IP, their intellectual property, and it's just going to be there for us to watch. Is this a good idea or not? Bob Iger is leaning into social media, and this. Several years ago, when Bob Iger came back as the CEO the second time, one of the very first interviews he said, he goes, I've noticed that my grandchildren, they're not watching traditional TV. He goes, we have to figure out how to tap into that. He goes, they're watching YouTube. They're watching like TikTok and things like that. I think this is Bob Iger's answer to that. He's like, let's attract the young viewers on Disney Plus. They're going to want to make videos on Sora, on this app. They're going to upload it to Disney Plus, and then they're going to have people watch the videos. We're going to attract a younger demographic, a younger audience. Oh, and the best part about it is you definitely have to have a Disney Plus subscription in order to do this. So it's keeping the subscription so people aren't jumping off of the Disney Plus. It's genius in a way. Now, Bob Iger said yesterday, interview with CNBC, he says, this does not in any way represent a threat to creators at all. In fact, it's the opposite. I think it honors and respects them. That's what he said. Some other people came out and immediately says, that's not true. They're like, I'm not getting paid. You're using my creations. The people created Lightning McQueen. If I'm driving Lightning McQueen and hanging out with him, and I create a little video about that, they're not getting any revenue from that. Like Darth Vader, nobody's getting recognition for that. And so some people are saying, I don't believe that it honors them. I think it's stealing from them. It's controversial. This is a very controversial topic, what's going on. And so I want to hear what your thoughts are down below. To be honest with you, I kind of freaked me out yesterday when I logged onto Sora and they created this video. This is not me. And I do like the fact that it has me in a baseball jersey, though. I do like that. But that's not me. This kind of freaked me out a little bit. And I just want to say that I think that it's going to get a point where you will not be able to tell reality apart from this AI. It's going to be so good. And I think Hollywood is terrified about it because they're going to say actors are going to be obsolete. You won't need a huge staff or creating backgrounds or sets because you can just create them all through AI now. And it's interesting because when computer graphics, remember CGI? When that first came out, people were really freaking out about that. They're like, no, we don't want that. We don't want that. And a lot of like Disney animators were against it. They're like, when Tron came out, they used computer graphics. They're like, this is insane. And now almost every single movie has CGI in it somewhere. And I think Hollywood's going through a second shift right now. Hollywood's like saying, we do not want AI. But I'm wondering if in the back rooms, they're talking about maybe this is going to help us save money and we can use AI to cut production costs down significantly. And we are now moving that much closer to that happening because Disney is now in bed with OpenAI for the next 3 years. Disney's going to allow OpenAI to use these characters for 3 years. At the end of that 3 years, Disney has the option to invest more money, more equity, buy more stock in OpenAI to extend that contract if they choose to do so. I think this has caught a lot of people off guard, but I mean, like, who knows what these safeguards and these because Bob Iger says we're going to put safeguards, we're going to put guardrails up there so nobody's going to be misusing or being misappropriate with our characters. What people are going to try, you know that they will, and it's going to be crazy. And what kind of safeguards are they going to have there in Disney Plus when these videos get uploaded up there? Are people just going to be putting a bunch of slop garbage up on Disney Plus now, and that's what Disney Plus subscribers are going to be watching is just teenagers creating open AI and with who knows what? Maybe, I don't know. I'm curious. I want to hear what your thoughts are down below. If you haven't, hit that subscribe button. Let me know what color it goes to. You guys are absolutely 100% amazing. As we get more information about this particular story, I'll make more videos about it. I'm just shocked. I thought Disney was going to say like, hey, we're against AI. And now Disney's like, no, we're embracing it. We absolutely love it. Quick little down and dirty recap of what's going on just to make sure you understand. Disney is now going to be allowing AI companies to use their assets. People from Hollywood, they hate this. They do not like this. People in the tech industry, they love this. They think this is the right step forward. Disney did an equity investment of $1 billion in OpenAI and is going to allow OpenAI to use some of their assets. What that really means is Disney now has stock in that company. Disney believes since this company can now use their assets, more people will start using this OpenAI's apps, and it's going to cause value in this company, that the stocks are going to rise, and Disney's going to make a lot of money off of this. That's what Disney's thinking. So that's just a down and dirty recap of what's going on. All right, guys, you are absolutely the best. I want you to know how amazing you are. We are entering into the holidays time right now. And if I know that some of you who are watching this video right now might be feeling a little lonely, might be struggling, might be having depression, might be feeling unfulfilled with their job, and maybe it just feels that you might be going through a little bit of sadness. If you are, I want you to know that it is going to get better. It might not be super fast like we want it to, but it will get better. You are amazing, and you make the world a better place. All right, guys, I'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.